Today is March. It's actually April 1st. It's 1:33 in the morning. I'm going to call the hospital and 574-6000. Just ask if I should come in.
United Medical Center, may I help you?
Yes, hi. I'm calling. Is this the emergency room?
No, let me ring it for you, ma'am. Hold on.
Thank
you. Emergency, how may I help you?
Yeah, hi. Is Dr. David Clark there, please?
I'm sure. 1 second.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Emergency room.
Yes, hi. Is Dr. David Clark there, please?
1 second.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, can I tell him who's calling?
This is Anna Agoli. I was there on Friday morning, and he said he gave me some information where to call. He told me to call back there if if my symptoms have worsened or new symptoms develop, return to the emergency room. And I just want to tell him what those symptoms are, if they are something to return to the emergency room for.
Okay, what was your name again?
Agoli, Agolli.
Agolli?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Thank you.
Hello, how may I help you? Dr. Clark is with the patient at the moment.
Hi, I was there on Friday in the wee hours of the morning, and I had experienced, on the left arm, I figured it might have been because I was sleeping on the left side, but I felt like I lost control of it. It was weak. Then I didn't turn over, but it happened on the right too. So I called the ambulance and I went there. And by the time I got there, it was tingling and all this type of stuff. Dr. Clark saw me. He said to see a doctor within 2 days, and of course Sunday would have been 2 days, so it was not possible to see a doctor within 2 days. But I was planning on going to see my regular doctor tomorrow. But this evening, And there was my eye. I wasn't sure. It kind of looked white on my left eye, and I wasn't sure whether it's just my eyelashes. Sometimes you got to, rub the, gook out of your eye or something like that. So
Right.
And I just ignored. But then my left leg became numb on the foot mostly, and I started moving it around, and then it's very, very swollen. My feet are swollen anyway, and my feet are numb normally anyway, but this was more than the usual, and the swelling is more than the usual. And I wanted to know from him whether I should just come there or go to the doctor tomorrow morning, or
Oh, yeah, see your doctor in the morning.
You're telling me that that's not something to go to the hospital for.
No.
Okay, what's your name?
See, not with the swelling that you've always had.
No, I said I always have swelling, but it's more. And I always have
Time is your
numbness.
doctor's office open in the morning?
I have to be there by, I think, 7:45 to,
So that's about, what, like 5 hours from now?
yeah, but usually if you're having a stroke, you might want to take a blood as soon as possible.
But
So-
if you're having a stroke, it wouldn't be swelling in your legs.
Okay. All right. And what's your name, ma'am?
Johnson.
Johnson? Johnson what?
MD.
MD, your first name, please.
Johnson.
Your first name is Johnson and your last name is Johnson.
Johnny Johnson.
Johnny Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay?
No, not really. I just not really. But if you have him call me later, that would be helpful to me because he took my information to begin with.
Okay, well, like I say, he's with another patient and it's critical. So, yeah, something like this. Yeah, you can follow up with your doctor in a couple of hours.
Okay.
Because by the time you would come here, you would have to wait. And by the time you wait, you see your own doctor anyway and get in and out.
Well, that's what I was asking because the paper that I was given says, say you're an ER patient. I'm assuming that the reason to say that is because they'll pick up where they left off as opposed to
Exactly.
waiting. Yeah, so that's what I was doing.
Yeah, but when they tell you to follow up in 2 days, they really mean for you to follow up at the next available business day.
Yes, I know. It has to
Not
be
just
that.
Sundays.
It would have to be that, but
Exactly.
but it also says if something gets worse or something changes. It also says
Dramatically, yeah.
dramatically. It doesn't say that here.
Mhm.
It doesn't say anything about dramatic changes.
So usually to follow up in the ER, it has to be a dramatic change, not just a subtle change. But if you were having a stroke, it would not be in your feet.
You mean when a person has a stroke, they don't lose control of their legs?
You were telling me you have swelling in your legs.
I said I had swollen, but I also said I had numbness. It started with numbness. It was swollen already from before.
No, not just in your legs, no. A stroke would be solely different than just numbness in your legs.
Okay, and the fact that on the right side, on the same left side, I had a problem with the eye earlier, that doesn't mean anything.
Not if you're able to talk to me clearly like you are, no.
Yeah, well, I got hit by a truck once and thrown 15 feet, and I walked out of the hospital the next day, so that doesn't mean anything. Some people can still function, and it depends on what's left over, and it doesn't mean that they don't need emergency help. It just means that they still can function. So, anyway, if you would have me, how long will he be?
Oh, I don't know, but like I said, he's busy with other patients. And that's why he even told me to tell you that you can follow up with your doctor in the morning.
Okay, he knew who it was.
Now.
He knew who I was when he told you that.
He did.
Yeah, and your name is Johnny Johnson?
Uh-huh.
You know what? I don't believe you. That you didn't want to tell me your name in the first place.
Okay, ma'am, whether you want to believe me or not, I need to go. I have patients that need me. Now, Dr. Clark said you can follow up with your doctor in the morning. Okay? Here now.